Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Febriantin S.Pd. M.Pd, dosen dari Program Studi Pendidikan Administrasi Perkantoran, Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Universitas Negeri Jakarta. Saya merupakan dosen pembimbing 1 dari mahasiswa yang bernama Sitti Rahmiatin dengan judul Skripsi Pengaruh Model Pembelajaran Problem Based Learning dan Discovery Learning terhadap hasil belajar peserta didik di Sekolah Menengah Kejuruan. Berikut adalah pemaparan penelitian tersebut.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hello ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sitti Rahmiatin from Economic Education Study Program with a concentration in Accounting Education. Initially, I thank you very much for my advisor, namely Ms. Sitti Rahmiatin S.Pd. M.Pd. and Ms. Febriantina S.Pd. in helping the process of writing a thesis proposal. The thesis proposal that we present is the effect of problem-based learning and discovery learning models on student learning outcomes at vocational high school. Next, the thesis proposal consisted of 3 main discussions, namely, first, Chapter 1 Introduction, Chapter 2 Literature Review, and Chapter 3 Research Method. Chapter 1 Introduction. First, background. There are from main 4 points that motivate this thesis proposal, namely, first, the role of learning outcome as one of learning objectives. This is based on Law Number 20 of 2003 related to the national education system, where the Ministry of Education and Culture has educational goals where students can develop their potential. One of the benchmarks and the success of a student can be seen from the learning outcomes of students who can achieve the coordinated coefficient, namely through the achievement of basic competency standard. To measure student achievement in basic competency standard, it can be seen from the learning outcomes that are in accordance with the minimum competencies criteria or KKM. 2. Inappropriate learning model. According to research conducted previously, the school has criteria where it is expected that 85% of students have grades above 75, but the reality is that only 60% of students have grades above 75. According to the teacher point of view, students have difficulty in learning such as memorizing concepts and other or making learning independence. Other case from the student point of view, where they say that what makes it quite difficult for them to reach the KKM score, because the learning model used is quite monotonous and makes the learning process passive. 3. The learning model suggested by the Ministry of Education and Culture. According to the Ministry of Education and Culture, in the 2013 curriculum, there are several suggested learning models, namely project-based learning, problem-based learning, and discovery learning, and other relevant learning models. Because the learning model that has been mentioned in the learning process makes the student more active or learning process focused on student. 4. Factors that influence student learning outcomes. 4. that influence student learning outcomes. According to Masria et al. 2021, learning outcomes can be influenced by several factors, namely student input, teacher quality, learning resource, lack of diversity of learning models, and others. One the factor mentioned and the lack of diverse learning models, as suggested by the Ministry of Education and Culture, namely project-based learning and discovery learning models. But learning models focus on student and the learning process where the problem-based learning model focus on learning using authentic inquiry, discovery learning focus on the process of discovering knowledge, where the teacher acts as a facilitator in the learning process. Problem formulation. There are 3 points in this problem formulation. Namely, first, is there an effect of problem-based learning model on learning outcomes? 2. Is there an effect of discovery learning models on learning outcomes? And 3. Is there a significant difference in learning outcomes between the problem-based learning model and the discovery learning models? Next, research objective. The objective of studies are: first, to analyze the effect of problem-based learning model on learning outcomes. 2. To analyze the effect of discovery learning model on learning outcomes. And 3. To explain the effect of the application of problem-based learning and discovery learning models on learning outcomes. Research benefit. There are 2 main points in the benefit of research, namely 1. Practical benefit and 2. Theoretical benefit. In practical benefit, there are 5 factors, namely: first, student. The result of the study student that may new experience in the learning process and can improve learning outcomes. 2. Teacher. The result of the student teacher get feedback to continue to improve the quality of learning and be creative and innovation and learning. 3. Principal school or school principal. The result of the study can be input to the school in considering decision making to improve the quality of teacher, especially in innovative learning models. For the Sulawesi Education Office, the result of the study can be additional information related to the actual condition of learning in the school, so that they can take policy in improving and the quality of education in short as Sulawesi Province. And last, future resources. The result of the study can be reference material regarding aspects that influence learning outcomes. Point 2. Theoretical benefits. The theoretical benefits are to add to the treasure of knowledge in the field of education, because the findings obtained from this research are findings that have been supported by theoretical frameworks and empirical practices tested using scientific methods. Using scientific methods and become a reference or reference for other research related to learning models and an effort to improve the quality of learning. Step 2. Literature review. 1. Supporting theory. Before knowing the definition of learning outcomes, it is necessary to know first what learning is. Learning is an activity that is carried out constantly by someone by involving the process of thinking and making understanding and behavior carried out in good value. For the definition of learning abroad and the definition of learning from other experts, several learning theory emerged. Namely, first, cognitive learning theory, 2. Behavioristic learning theory, 3. Conservation learning theory, and 4. Humanistic learning theory. Learning outcomes are the success of study and the learning process of achieving goals set by educator through cognitive, affective, and psychomotor aspects. Indicator of learning outcomes can be seen from several aspects, namely cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Next, problem-based learning model. Problem-based learning model is a learning program that uses problems as a way for students to thinking critically, problem-solving skill, and acquiring knowledge and concept in the learning. Indicators of problem-based learning model are: first, posing a question of problem; 2. Interdisciplinary links are untested; 3. Authentic inquiry; 4. Showcasing the product that has been produced; and last, collaboration. Next, discovery learning models. Discovery learning is one of teaching methods that requires teachers to create a more creative situation that allows students to actively learn and explore their knowledge. Indicators of discovery learning model are: first, student-centered; 2. Exploring and problem-solving to expand knowledge; and last, combining multiple knowledge but a new and pre-extended knowledge. Next, theoretical framework. The following are some experts who conducted similar research and said that there was an influence of learning models applied to learning outcomes. First, problem-based learning models. There are several experts who say that there is an influence on learning outcomes from the application of problem-based learning models, namely Sitti et al. 2018, Kejuruan and Hasil 2019, and last, Fatima Subianto and Mushini 2018. To discovery learning models, there are several experts who say that there is an effect on learning outcomes from the application of the discovery learning models, namely Sitti Rahmiatin and Pengaruh 2018, Cynthia et al. 2018, and last year et al. 2021. Next, hypothesis development. Based on the explanation of the expert, the hypothesis in study is the application of problem-based learning and discovery learning models has a significant effect on student learning outcomes in accounting subject at vocational high school one Kendari. For the review of Professor's literature, there are several experts who have conducted similar research, namely, first, Susandi et al. 2017, 2. Satwati Christian and Amurahini 2018, 3. Desi Retnosari 2014, 4. Saraswamawati 2014, 5. Ahmad Afandi 2012, and last is Priska Libiani 2014. Next, Chapter 3, Research Method. First, this research was conducted from October to November 2023. 2. This research took place at Vocational High School 1 Kendari. 3. The population of the study is class 11 majoring in accounting using a simple random sample so that the class that will be used as a result are class 11-2 and 11-5 accounting. And vocational high school 1 Kendari. Further instrument development. Each variable in study, namely learning outcomes, problem-based learning, and discovery learning, consists of several parts, namely the definition of concept, operational definition, and the last instrument fields. Data collection technique. There are 3 points in this data collection, namely objective from test, 2 validity of instrument items, and 3 instrument reliability analysis. Next, research validity. There are 2 types of validity, namely internal validity and external validity. Next, data analysis technique. There are 2 points of data analysis technique, namely analysis recruitment testing technique and hypothesis testing technique. Next, statistical hypothesis. First, if the research process considers an equation like the symbol in number 1, then there is no effect of learning model used on learning outcomes. 2. If the research process considers an equation like the symbol in number 2, then there is an influence of one of learning models used on learning outcomes. 3. Symbol number 3 and 4 are the average learning outcomes of the learning models used, namely problem-based learning and discovery learning models. Next, the last presentation. Thank you for paying attention to the presentation that has been done. I apologize if there are many shortcomings in this presentation. Thank you very much and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.